Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes, left side. The 20, 10, 5. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Lance going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Man open left side is Brown.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Second down, Howell back to pass. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
And they go play action with Howell.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down.
Off play action. It's Howell.
They'll roll him out right.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From the 27, Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Lance looking to throw it.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. These two teams all tied after one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The Niners had 8 and 6 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Working from the gun. Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
A give running right is Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Sly on for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 21, 49ers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Finding room at midfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Commanders' 39-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw, it's Lance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks.
Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That's complete left side to Gray.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
One last shot before the break. Howell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Taken in at the 3. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
First down, Howell to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Howell, another throw on second down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
It's Howell with another throw. Got a man. It's Diaby Brown, complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On first down, Howell.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
This one caught by Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Howell throwing on 1st down here. That one complete out to Dotson.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And this is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 28, 49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And this is caught. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Mitchell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far.
This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Lance going to sneak it, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Yellow.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through.
And now here is another interception. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. And
1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Right through. Right.
On 1st down, Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle. 41 yards.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. They'll run with Gibson.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 33.
To throw, it's Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Slide for the PAT.
And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score. Commanders 42, 49ers 23.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Right.
At the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Heel flat.
From the 27, Lance. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gibson again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Watch your stick. You ready.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Pitching it out to Gibson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime.
but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On 2nd and 12,
Lance.
this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Here we go.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Ready.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Slide through. Right. White. Trail green. Long red. Ready.
Here's Lance. Able to find Gray here.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Lance. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.